Good, good. Happy Wednesday morning. It's Wacky Wednesday here at Sea Lake Journeys. Thanks for joining us. Woohoo! Right on. It is April the 3rd, 2024. It's going to be a fantastic day, leading us into the last half of the week. So come on with us. Let's get excited. Let's get pumped up. Let's have a great time this morning. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to call my airline. I'm going to be late to my plane. Let's see if they'll hold my plane. Hello? Yeah, I'm going to be late to my plane. My Uber's running late. Will you hold the plane for me? They said, no. So, right on. Yeah. So here we are this morning. That's going to be one of our topics. See Me Traveling was covering that pretty good this morning, too. The 8 passengers who were left on the island just off of Africa from the NCL. I wrote it down. NCL. What is the name of that ship? Well, anyway, NCL Dawn. Okay, there you go. Not that that matters. Their rules are pretty much the same as any other cruise line rules about getting back to the ship on time. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we also have some real solutions here for real cruisers to help you make sure that that does not happen to you. And if it does, what you can do about it. Yeah, we're excited about that topic this morning, aren't we? But hey, let's say good morning to a couple people in here this morning. Oh, we got Scott Smith. Hey, he says, good morning, Chet, driving and listening. Thanks for that, Scott. If you're driving to work, if you're driving to school, if you're driving home, if you're driving to a yard sale, if you're driving somebody crazy, let's Sea Lake Journeys drive with you. We're experts at helping do that. Woo! Right on. And hey, there's John Gaylor coming in saying, good morning, Sea Lake Journeys. Good morning to you, John. Right on. And the Z-Man's here saying, happy hump day, Sea Lake. Right on, Z-Man. It is a happy hump day here. And we got Danny D, the spectacular supporter, saying, yo, Danny D, what's up? See, tripping with Kim and Scott saying, good morning, all. Good morning to you, Kim and Scott. Right on. Let's see. We got TNT's Adventures to See, too. Tom and Terry coming in saying, good morning. Good morning to y'all. Woohoo. Hey, while I got Tom and Terry here, our first cruise coming up is only 39 days away. We will be on the MSC Seashore. Woo, how about that? Lori Barber is going to be joining us. And it turns out from talking with her yesterday on another show, ironically, through the chat, that her and her husband are celebrating their 30th wedding anniversary. The other couple that's coming with them celebrating their 30th anniversary. So in July is our 30th anniversary. So we're going to have all 3 of us on the ship celebrating our 30th anniversary, wedding anniversary. How about that? Yes, that's going to be exciting there on that. And then right after that, speaking of Tom and Terry, 46 days, right? I think it's 46 days. We're going to be getting on the Norwegian breakaway. That's right. TNT's Adventures to See. Tom and Terry is going to be with us. Bruce and Sydney from Ocean to Ocean is going to be there. It's going to be exciting. It's not too late to book that. Get a hold of Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel today and tell him, Bruce, I want to get on that ship. I want to be part of that group cruise. And he can make it happen for you. Right on. So, hey, we got Jackie Hudson here, too. Good morning to you, Jackie. Hey. I got to get my squeakies rolling this morning, too, y'all. And there's Pete and Lisa from It's a Cruise Live saying, hey, Chet and Robin. Hey, Pete. Man, that was one heck of a soccer game you were at last night, dude. Wow. That sounded like a lot of fun. That's all I got to say about that. And there's Bone Tire Denise. Hey, Denise, good to see you this morning. Thank goodness. Over there on Wednesday morning. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the Astute Tourist comes on at 6 o'clock. And sometimes he will have games where you got to recognize celebrities or stars and famous people. Yeah, and I'm not very good at that. So I have to copy Denise. Thanks for being there this morning, Denise, so I could copy your paper. We had a good time. And then at 7:15, we head over to Eddie Lugo's studios and say, hey to Eddie. And Eddie also has a Facebook page to let you know who's on and when throughout the day here on YouTube. So be sure and check that out. And then 8:30 every day is Kurt and Marcia. Woohoo! See Me Traveling. And we like to see Kurt on the pole. We like to see Marcia with her doll. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of fun over there, y'all. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays, Come join us at 8:30. We're having a good time. And don't forget, 6 o'clock on Sunday night as well. And John says, let's see Robin in the dog house. Are you in the dog house? She says, I guess I'm in the dog house. Well, I do have this. If y'all haven't seen my background yet, still some more stuff we're going to be doing yet, but we got tangled up trying to finish up her room. And we're going to take some video of that to show you what we did over there, because we did some DIY stuff over there. Yeah. Kathy Mills, good morning to you. She's coming in on that See Me Traveling raid. Woohoo! Right on, Kathy. Good to see you here this morning. And TNT says, I'm doing my Puerto Plata research as we speak. I'm going to probably wait until Sunday to do that. Then again, I may get antsy and do it anyway. That's going to be good stuff. So don't forget also on this Tuesday? Hold on, Tom. He's got me thinking again. What day is this? Today's the 3rd. Yes, the 9th. On the 9th, April the 9th, next Tuesday, on Bruce's show, Ocean to Ocean Travel at 9 p.m. Eastern. Come on over there. Tom and Terry from TNT's Adventures to Sea and Sea Lake Journeys. Me and Robin are going to be there. We're going to be talking about the ports we're going to on our group excursion. Who knows? It may get you so excited that you want to get on that ship and come on with us. Ahoy there, Captain Billy. He's saying ahoy there, everybody. And the captain is here. Right on, Captain Billy. There's Keisha. She's saying happy Wednesday, SLJ in chat. Driving and listening. Right on, Keisha. Hey, Keisha got a great award over there the other night. Check out her channel and see what it is that she got. I'll tell you, she's a very motivating commenter. When she leaves a comment on your video and stuff, it makes you feel so good about it that you want to go work on another one. Yeah, you deserve that recognition, Keisha. You're awesome. And TNT says, I'll be ready for Tuesday Night Live. Me too, Tom. I'm already anticipating it. I just got to do my research like you're doing. Midlife Travel's coming in saying, good morning, Kurt and Marcia, the See Me raid coming in right on Midlife Travels. Hey, y'all be sure to check out their channel. There's some great people over there, and they got some good stuff coming off the Carnival ship. Woo, go over and see what they're doing over there. There's the Fam Adventure saying, good morning, y'all. Right on. Woo, good morning to you. They used to be Barry Brain, by the way. I didn't know that until Denise clued me in. Barry Brain is now the Fam Adventures. Pretty cool, huh? Z-Man saying good morning to you. She said good morning back to you, Z-Man. I love it. Okay, I'm rolling. Danny's laughing with me. Right on, Danny. And Will G says, oh, working and listening. Will is working and listening. If you're working and listening, working and lurking, working and whatever you're doing, hey, let us stay in your ear and keep you awake this morning. Right on. Hey, there's Jennifer from Embarkation Nation saying hello to everybody. And she was on last night on Ocean to Ocean. Her and Andrew and Chloe. What a great discussion we had. Be sure to check out that show. You can go to either one of their channels. You can go to Embarkation Nation and see it, or to Ocean to Ocean Travel. And either way, subscribe to both of them. They have great stuff for you to see. You're going to learn some stuff about cruising. I picked up some great tips about Norwegian last night, thanks to Jennifer and Andrew. We really like watching that show. And TNT says October is going to be their 10th anniversary. Woohoo! Right on. Hitting them double digits. Tom and Terry. Danny D's giving a blanket hey to everybody. Right on, Danny D. And See Me says 90 years of marriage education there. Yeah, how about that? That's what it's going to be on the MSCC show. We're all going to discuss, hey, how did we do this? How did we do this? Maybe we'll figure that out. Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. Good morning, Robin and Chet. Good morning to you, Elisa. Woohoo! We had a good show over there with her Monday night at 7 p.m. cooking up some cookies over there, y'all. Be sure and check her out. She had her daughter Erica making us up some yummies. I'm still waiting for them to invent scratch and sniff television. I would have loved it. And Pete says the soccer game was good. No love lost between the two teams, but it ended 1-1, a tie. Oh my goodness. You know, what do you do when you get a tie? Oh, and you're like, to the other team, and you're like, to you, and it's a tie. It's a tie, y'all. Hey, speaking of Jimmy, there he is, the astute tourist coming in. Good morning to you, Jimmy. So, hey, oh, and Danny's saying woof woof. You gotta love that. I know, I love it. All the good mornings in here, we love it. And oh, there's Cruising Koozies coming in saying good morning to everybody. Good morning to you. So, hey, oh, right here, Captain Billy is showing you how to do it. Hit the hashtag SLJ. The robot will put your channel link in so that other people can get to find you and get to know you and get to love you like we do here at Sea Leg Journeys. Right on. There you go, Captain Billy. Appreciate that. And there's what a link looks like there for you. And we got Fearless Ramber. Good morning to you, Fearless. Hey, Fearless. Hey, and also, y'all, so we're talking about the 8 people who got left from the NCL Dawn over there off on an island off of Africa. Okay. So they're over there. 8 people got off and decided to go do their own excursion. This was not booked through the cruise line. They booked it through Bill's Travel or whatever. And they get off and they go do their thing. And then, they can't get back in time. And the ship left them. The ship left them there. And I watched them on a news thing this morning. I don't know if it's ABC or CBS, one of those. And they were like, well, they shouldn't be so strict with their rules. We knew it was supposed to be back at 3, but 99.9% of the other passengers all made it back by 3. But we're entitled. We should be the exception. You should bend your rules for us. At least that's what I was hearing her say. And I thought, hey, have you ever tried that with an airline? That's how I opened the show, remember? Hey, airline, I'm going to be 5 minutes late because my Uber driver's running late. You'll wait for me, right? No. Why should the cruise line wait? And just in case you didn't know, most of the ports, if not all, if the cruise line leaves late, if they're scheduled to leave at 3:30, okay, and they don't leave till 4, they're paying by the minute. Every 60 seconds, they're getting a penalty. And it can vary from port to port, but hey, it can be $500 a minute, so it can rack up real fast. A half hour, they got $2,500 to pay. You got 2,500 passengers on board. Does everybody want to cough up a buck? A few bucks to pay that fine? I don't want to. I don't want to pay for somebody else being late. I don't think anybody else does either. Well, the cruise line don't want to pay $2,500 either. They've got a time schedule to meet, and it's not just to be at a next port. Sometimes that's a factor. We got to leave at this time, otherwise we're not going to make it to the next port. We're going to be late there. It was supposed to be a sea day the next day, but they're still probably going to get fined if they stay late in that port. It's going to cost them money. And these people went off on their own. If it had been an excursion booked through NCL, that ship probably would have waited. In fact, I'm 99% sure it would have waited. And if it hadn't have waited, if let's say they're going to be 4 hours late, they're on the other side of somewhere and it's going to be 4 hours for them to get the ship can't wait because they got to get somewhere. Guess what? The ship's going to pay for them to fly to the next port or drive to the next port or go by hot air balloon or submarine or however it takes to get to them. The cruise line will pay for that because you booked their excursion. This is why we recommend booking excursions through the cruise line if at all possible. It's just safer that way. You don't have to worry about getting left behind. That's how you do it right there, Cruising Koozies. Woohoo! And Captain Billy wants to know, let Jimmy know that Jimmy is not his chief. That's hilarious to me. Hey, there's Scott from Controversial Cruising coming in. Hey, Scott, good morning to you. He's coming in on that See Me raid as well there. Danny D says 15 days until I get to see Big Bro and his now soon-to-be fiance. Right on. That's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting, ain't it, Danny? Mm-hmm. Ahoy there, Scottsdale Scott. Keisha is still driving and still listening. That's okay, Keisha. We know you're a multitasker. You can do 2 things at once. We love it. Terry wanted me to let you guys know Robin's office looks amazing. Yeah, Tom and Terry got a sneak peek a little early. They got to see what it looks like over there. And I think it looks pretty awesome myself, too. Yeah, I'm digging it. But more importantly, she's digging it. So that's what counts over here. John says the doghouse I was talking about was the short you put out yesterday. Oh, I forgot about that, John. Yes, I put out a short yesterday, and Robin, there's a doghouse on the Carnival Mardi Gras, and it had some towel animals in there, and she was reaching in there to pet the towel animals, and I was afraid she was going to climb right in that doghouse with them. You know, John? Huh? Yeah, she says I would have. She was going to climb right in that doghouse with them towel animals, but there was kids lined up to pet the towel animals, so we had to move along, Sea Lake Journeys. Sure enough. We got lots of stuff going on over here. There's House of X coming in. Hey, fam, how are y'all doing at Sea Lake Journeys? We are doing great over here, y'all. Thanks for joining us, House of X. Hey. Awesome guys right there. A lot of fun. Jennifer says, thank you. We had so much fun on Ocean to Ocean last night. It was a great show. Very informative and very fun, you know, and I got to tell you, Chloe is less distracting than the dogs. So Chloe was fine. It's when we got baby Enzo over here and Ringo and they're doing all this and this. That's distracting. Chloe, she wasn't distracting at all. Bone Tired says, Jennifer, we learned a lot about y'all last night. Yeah, we did. Did y'all know? Hey, I'm going to give everybody in Sea Lake Journey crew a tip. Next year on the Alaskan group cruise through Ocean to Ocean Travel, you can get a hold of Bruce and jump on this too. Somebody's getting married. That's right. Jennifer and Andrew are getting married on that cruise ship, y'all. That's a double squeaky event. It is. It really is, y'all. How about that? Congratulations to them next year. If we weren't already booked on a lot of stuff, that would be a great cruise to get on. And if you can get on it, y'all. It'd be fun. There's Michael Ann, spoiled mama coming in. Good morning, chat. Good morning to you, Michael Ann. Yo, Michael Ann. Cruising Koozie says 8 people left behind, but hundreds cheering for these 8 pier runners. Exactly. That's right. And that's our whole point this morning. 99.9% of the people made it back to the ship on time. And those that didn't, well, some things happen. You know, all I can say is, you take the risk when you're on a private tour. But this is what point I really wanted to make this morning. If you're off on your own, if you're off on a port, you did a third-party excursion or whatever it is, wandered off on your own, make sure you have the information that comes in your little paper here. You've got to have this. If you know you're going to be late, to call ahead to the ship. And you will see, right? Oh, I had it here. Where was it here, y'all? There it is. Can y'all see that? Port emergency contact. Now, this particular one's for Amber Cove because you're off in the Dominican Republic. And you're going to have that. It says, in case of emergency, contact. And it gives you the name of who to contact, the phone number, and even email. So if you got your phone with you, you can email them. You can call them. Get a hold of that emergency port contact and say, hey, we're going to be late. We're going to be late. Okay, so you may miss the ship. But at least this person can get to the ship and get things you left behind, like your passport. If you left your passport on the ship, you may not be able to get off that island without it, y'all. There's ways to do it, but it's going to take time, money, and all kinds of stuff. But at least this agent can possibly get to the ship if you call them in time, get your passport for you, get your extra credit card, get your cash, maybe get you a change of clothes, whatever, and get it off the ship to you. Or bring all your suitcase. You can say, look, I'm just going to fly home. There's only one more day anyway, so let me just go home. Make sure you have this number, this information. All the cruise lines have it at all the ports. Don't leave home without it. Take a picture of it on your phone. Take the paper with you, whatever you got to do. And make sure you know what time to get back on the ship. And it's going to be ship time. So make sure you're on ship time. We always recommend carrying an analog watch, not a tidbit like I have here, because it may change to where you're at. But that analog watch is going to stay on that ship time if you set it on there. How about that? Hopefully your battery don't die. Okay. Okay, nothing there. All right, so I wanted to make sure I didn't miss somebody else over there. So you remember, the airlines aren't going to wait for you either. I saw a lot of people, trying to blame the cruise line, and I'm like, I don't know if that holds up, because, if you got a airline and you booked a ticket for them and that plane leaves at 8:30, they're not waiting for you. They're just not. And the cruise ship's got to go at 8:30. They can't wait for you. I mean, if you're on their own excursion, they say they'll wait for you, or at least get you to the next stop or whatever. But it just makes sense. You can't blame the cruise line. That's not their fault. All right. So anyway, those 8 passengers, by the way, are back on the ship now. The interview I watched from yesterday, they were on the news and they were like, well, we don't even know if we want to get back on that ship. We don't even know if we want to. Well, apparently they did, because they got back on the ship. So they're back on it, heading to where it is they're going. But they spent a ton of money. Now, the cruise line did pay for a flight from one stop to another, but there was a whole lot of other stuff that went on before that. They ended up going through 7 countries, all kinds of different travel that's coming out of their own pocket. So, we got to be smart. We got to be smart cruisers, y'all. So we're giving y'all real solutions. If you do go off on your own, make sure you at least got your phone with you. If you don't have your passport, make sure you have this. Make sure you call enough ahead that the agent can get that stuff for you and have it waiting for you when you get back to him, at least, because you don't want to be really, really, really bad stranded. No passport, no credit card. Wow, that could be disastrous right there. Make sure I ain't got nothing else. Okay, so anyway, back to my countdown too for this morning. 39 days till we get on the MSC. So I started my diet about 3 weeks ago, me and Robin. So we got to get down in the cruise shape, right? So I'm down, as of this morning, I'm down 10 pounds. Woo! Like 10.3 to be exact, or 10.2. So I'm counting it as a 10 pound win. 10 pounds. So at 203, I'm going to still try to lose at least 8 more. And she's down 13 pounds. I'm down 10. She's down 13. How about that, y'all? She got off to a better start than I did. For me, when I'm working out and I start on the diet, I can do that for a while. But then once I really start cutting the calories, I can't go to the gym no more, because it just ain't enough calories to burn, and the fatigue sets in too early. It's just not productive. So I do a little bit of workout here. I got a yoga mat, y'all. I don't do no yoga, but I do some ab workout, and I got some dumbbells here, and I'll do little stuff in between stuff I'm doing here on YouTube. In fact, let me go do it right now. No, just kidding. but I just do little workouts like that now until about a week before we go. Then I can kind of start increasing my calories back up. I may hit the gym once or twice, but yeah, we're going to be ready to cruise. We're dropping the pounds. We're going to be able to fit our clothes. How about that? I can already start to see the change around the midsection right here. Start to feel it a little bit in my pants. And when you got to lose 10 or 70 pounds, you got to stay focused on it. I know it ain't easy. The first week is the hardest. And then the second week and then by the third week, your body's like, okay, I can do this. And then it's a little bit easier. It's not easy, but it's a little bit easier. Right on. Michael Ann says, congrats. That's awesome. I started in February for our October cruise, down 17. Woo! Right on, Michael Ann. Hey, you know what? When you start that far ahead, you can make some really great results right there. And it is a challenge at first, isn't it? The first couple of weeks. And then once you get in a groove, so this morning, every morning I go in there and I make fresh juice, right? For me, I take an orange and a big carrot and some ginger and some celery. And that's my drink. And her drink is some cucumber and some celery and a green apple and some ginger. So she got the one that she likes. I got one I like. And sometimes I'll mix them up. I'll get different stuff. I'll put grapes and what's that other thing? A kiwi and things like that. I'll put other stuff in there once in a while. Strawberries, something to shake it up a little bit, No, it's not easy. It's not easy. It sure ain't. It takes the effort, but it's worth it. It's worth it when you start to see the results and you start to feel them. And, right now I get a little tired a little quicker because my calories are down. My calories are down so low. But I know that when I get back on the ship, it's great because the first couple of days, you can eat pretty much what you want anyway, yet you won't eat as much because you're not used to eating as much. And I think that's why last year we did so well. We didn't gain weight on any of our cruises. Didn't gain weight on any of them. So we're going to see if we can hold up to that this year and maybe keep the weight down throughout the rest of the year. It's usually when we come back off the cruise, because now we've got used to eating stuff, and then, now we don't want to cook, so we're heading to whatever to get junk. And then we gain the weight after the cruise. Definitely worth it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Elisa says, you have to show us you making your morning drinks. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll record that tomorrow morning and put it up. Huh? There you go. She says they're good. Robin says they're good. So yeah, I'll show you making one of hers, and then I'll make one of mine. How about that? I didn't gain anything on my last cruise either, which I was surprised. Yeah, it's funny. If you get yourself in a groove, you won't gain it. That's the first year ever that we went through all of our cruises and never gained no weight. I have historically usually gained 7 to 10 pounds on a week-long cruise, But of course I ate like a fiend too. Portion control is my issue. I don't eat treats, but when I do, I go all crazy on. I know what you mean, brother. Probably all that walking on the ship helps. Yeah, avoid the snacks like Cruising Koozie said, and portion control. That is absolutely, we got to definitely deal with portion control. This morning I had some cottage cheese. I take a little small, it's a ramekin. It's not even a bowl. It's like this big around, about that deep. And I put in like a regular spoon, 3 spoons of cottage cheese. I eat that with my juice. And then if I'm absolutely starving, I got some keto bread in there. And the keto bread, I'll put, I got natural peanut butter and a few semi-sweet chocolate chips and eat that. It's like a treat, but it's pretty low in calories, high enough in fat and protein to keep me from being hungry later. And then, smaller portions is definitely a key. It absolutely is. And then all that walking on the ships, absolutely. Let me tell you, Michael Ann, I try to get 10,000 steps a day here at home every day. And I do that. But I start getting over 12, 14,000, it starts to hurt. If I do 16, 18,000, the next day I'm sitting in a wheelchair, because of this thing. Now, that wasn't true in Alaska, though. It was so nice and cold up there that I didn't sweat. My stumpy didn't shrink, and I could walk all day. But down here in the warm weather, yeah, I have to be careful with my walking stuff. But, I still take the stairs as much as I can. I sure do. Stairs work. Same here. How many pieces of candy should I eat for breakfast? All right, John. We did a side-by-side in January, and I gained 8 pounds. Hey, if those were 2 7-day cruises, that's 4 pounds a week. Yeah, it's a little lower than average of what you would think you could gain. We're going to be doing side-by-side in May. 7 days on that MSC ship, followed by 7 days on the NCL ship. So we'll be curious to see what we do there, how that's going to go. Elisa, John, it's the cake for me. What about the cookies, Elisa? Them cookies Erica made Monday night. I'm afraid I'd have had to eat about 3 or 7 of them. Michael Ann says, I need to get some keto bread, but it's pricey. $7 here in Canada. Yeah, I paid $7 here in Florida too, Michael Ann, but I don't eat that much of it. So really, I end up throwing some of it out by the date, because I'll eat on average 1 slice a day, probably a little less than 1 slice a day, because I'll eat 1 slice one day, maybe 2 the next, and then go 2 days without it. So yeah. And the other times I eat it is when I'm having tuna fish. I throw my tuna fish on it, and there I go. That's really when I eat the bread. Don't like cake, but I do like cookie, says John. Brother, I'm more of a cookie man myself, a cookie monster, I should say. Oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm a cookie monster too, John, so I'm with you. That is my kryptonite, brother. Hey, thanks for joining me here this morning. Hopefully y'all got a good tip or two. Had some fun here. Had a couple laughs here at Sea Lake Journeys. We'll look for you Friday morning at 8:30. Please come on and join us. We're going to have a good old time. I'm giving myself a double squeaky. And so until next time, we will see you around the channel.